It's Our Story. Jennifer Keelan, Denver, Colorado.
I remember when we were trying to get the ADA passed, and back in what was it, 1990, or was it 1989 or 1990? No, and I decided that that I wanted to climb the steps of the Washington Capitol, and everybody didn't want me to. It was supposed to be like an all-adult thing, and they're like, no, Jennifer, you're too young, you can't do it. And I turned to Wade Blank and I said, I need to climb the steps. I want to climb the steps. And Wade said, go for it. So I got out of my wheelchair and I started climbing. Well, the next thing I know, I've got 50 cameras on me, and I've got mics all over me, and it's like the hottest day, the month of March, and I'm just dripping with sweat, and I'm saying to myself, not only am I going to do this for myself, but I'm going to do it for my friend, Kenny, who died a couple of months earlier, and I was going to do it, for the future. And I said, okay, so I'm gonna climb these steps. And I get out of my wheelchair and I start climbing. And all these cameras are on me. I mean, like 50 cameras are on me. And I'm like, I'm like 8, 9 years old. And I'm going, water, I need water. And 50 bottles of like water, Wendy's cups and water bottles, and I mean, I had international news on me. I had national news on. I had local. I had everybody, and I'm climbing these steps, and it's a big climb. I mean, 82 steps for a 10-year-old. I mean, that's huge, and I've got the little pamphlet in the back of my pocket that we're supposed to hand over to the politicians to get the ADA passed, and I can remember, that once I climbed the steps, I sat down and I'm like, wow, I just did all that. And they say that it was the image of me climbing those steps that was the final decision to get the ADA passed. And that is one of the most extreme memories that I have that I'm extremely proud of. And I knew at that moment that I was not only representing myself, but I was representing my generation. And if I didn't do it, if somebody my age, didn't do it, then nobody from my generation would be represented. I mean, I had to do it. I had to, and nobody was going to stop me. I mean, everybody was trying to stop me except for Wade. Wade was like, "Go for it!" And so, I took off my belt and I just started climbing, and then all of a sudden, and they're all like, they're all quiet. Normally the news reporters, they're like asking me questions. Well, not this time. They're all quiet. And every time that I asked for water, I said, water. And I had 50 bottles of water, thrown at me and, given to me. And I could just pick from either one. And then I just started drinking. I mean, they were like literally on me. And that was one of the great moments.
The It's Our Story project is a national effort to make disability history public and accessible. Visit us at www.itsourstory.org or on the It's Our Story project YouTube channel.